everything changes.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. It's a beautiful Tuesday. It's the 26th of January 2021 when I'm filming this, and super important topic. We all know that a lot of people just started getting their $600 US government COVID relief stimulus checks in the last week or two, maybe in the last 3 weeks. I think the checks went out the first week of January. So most of you have just started getting it or are waiting to get it. Also, there are talks of adding an additional $1,400 additional money for kids, bringing it to $2,000 total. So the question I got last year and the question I'm gonna get this year again, and I've already started getting it, is what should I do with my stimulus money? What should I use it on? Should I buy inventory? Should I invest in business? What should I do with the money? And so it's a great question. It's a fantastic question. I don't get stimulus checks. The cutoff is $75,000 for an individual, $150,000 for a married couple. It's simply just not realistic for me to get it. And I'm happy for that. I don't need it, I don't want it, and I think that it should go to people that are out of work, who are servers, bartenders, hospitality, people whose jobs were absolutely closed up, shut down. The money is deserving to them, because if a government or a pandemic or whatever causes you to shut down and you can't work, not by choice because you quit or you're lazy, but because you want to work and you can't, then absolutely there are times that those people should be supported. So with that said, and without getting into politics or going any further, what should you do with the money? So there's two sides to this. And the money is supposed to be used to stimulate the economy, right? That's why they call it a stimulus. And here's my problem twofold with this. One is that money is being replaced, or is replacing the money that people didn't earn at their job to pay their rent or pay their car payment or their mortgage or their electric bill, their water bill, their groceries, right? So they're gonna spend that money on the bills and the groceries, at least they should be, and if they're smart, to keep all their bills and things up to date, because they didn't have the money to pay it because they weren't at work. So if they pay all that stuff and pay their bills, in a month, they're not really gonna be in any better position than they were before they received the stimulus, except for their bills being paid another month, and hopefully they can get back to work in a month. But at the time, we didn't know it was gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6 months for some of these people. So there was no way to really predict that, but people should have known that. So that's problem number one I have with it. If they spend the money on all the bills, which is what they should do, that's the responsible thing, what are they gonna do next month? So let's take the money out and say that you decide to buy inventory or business equipment and inventory, and you invest it all the way through your company and you want to make money. And that's great. What are you going to do for money to pay the bills? I don't know. You're not going to pay the bills. You're going to ride it with the business. Well, hopefully the business makes money and you can use the money that you invested to pull out to pay the bills and then continue to roll the company over. But we know that can take time sometimes. If you spend $1,500 of the money, let's say you take $500 and buy groceries and electric and water and keep all that on and try to put off your rent or put off your car payment or something, and all of a sudden you put $1,500 in the business, it could take a month or two to get the money back out of it. You know, maybe it takes a couple weeks and you're good at this, or maybe it takes a few months and it's really bad. That's a tough call, right? You're gonna put it in the stock market? Really risky. I don't recommend it. The stock market is gambling. It is educated gambling, but it can go wrong on you at any time. So there's no guarantee there either. So, don't go spend your $2,000 on Bitcoin and hope that it goes up and then it ends up plummeting like it did last week, $10,000. But, there's really no good answer. What if, somebody like me to give you an answer, or some rich guy on TV that's worth millions and millions of dollars to give you an answer is, what would I do with it if I was in your position? Because for me, the reason we don't get it is because we have the money in our companies that are generating the money that we're not entitled to that money. So what does somebody who has to choose between paying their bills, paying for a car, rent, mortgage, groceries, whatever, versus wanting to invest in a business to make more money? Because the only way you're going to make more money, to dig yourself out of that hole, is to put the money into your business. So what do I recommend that you could do? I think you should pay your bills. You got to pay your car. You can't get it repoed. Otherwise, you can't get to work. You can't go buy stuff. You can't go thrifting. You can't do whatever it is you want to do. You got to have groceries, right? You got to have your electric, got to have your water, got to have your internet. Can't do anything without any of that. So, Do I think you should go buy inventory? No, I don't. Any other time of the year, time of the day, I'd say if you had $2,000, go buy inventory. Go buy something to resell to make money. But in this instance, if it's because you couldn't pay your bills, then it's really not a good idea to blow it on business when there are more important priorities. You have to prioritize. So if that's the situation you find yourself in, I would say absolutely find another way to buy inventory, find an investor, use credit cards if you're responsible. You know, maybe you've been always responsible, but COVID was the only reason you're not. There's just better ways. Find free stuff, ask people to consign merchandise so you don't have to put any money up front. There's better ways to do reselling if you don't have any money. It can be done. You can, you know, $100, you know, even just taking $100 out of your $2,000 can go a long way towards getting you rolling. You can start with $100 and turn it into $500 and turn it into $1,000 and without taking all of your $2,000. So that's kind of my recommendation. If you're getting the stimulus check and your bills are paid and that's just extra money for you, then absolutely, I recommend investing it in training. Invest it in light kits and equipment and thermal printers and inventory, as much inventory as you can. Only buy the other things that you need or want and get all of the inventory in as much as you can. Turn $1,000 in inventory into $2,000 or $3,000. Get yourself a couple $100s worth of light kits, a couple $100s worth of thermal printers. You know, spend a little money learning, whether it's with Billie Jean or whether it's with the Six Figure Chick or myself, or you know, the wholesale formula is coming up soon. Stay tuned for that. The wholesale courses, whatever it is, you know, make sure you research who you're learning from so you know you're learning the correct way, or get reviews, you know, somebody that can provide you with customers, hundreds of customers, thousands of customers who have purchased their products. But do something important for business. Please do not go buy a flat screen for the Super Bowl. Please do not spend $300 or $400 on catered food for the Super Bowl. Do not spend $1,000 on a weekend trip to Disney to stay at a resort just to do it. Spend the money on business and you'll always have a source of money coming in rather than just one-time source of money. So stimulus. Stimulus is a tough conversation, guys. It's hard because the money is there and then it's gone in a flash. It's gone faster than you can even, I don't even know, faster than you can even think about it. It's gone. So I would rather open this up to you guys. What do you guys think? Comment down below. What do you think people should do for the stimulus? What do you plan on using your stimulus for? How much? What do you think about the 2,000? Let's try to leave politics out of it. That'd be awesome. If we could just talk about the money, the use of the money, where it's going, your thoughts on prioritizing versus business. Keep it respectful, kind in the comments. Don't bash each other. Have debates, good conversations, but just be respectful, right? It's hard for me to answer this question. It's really hard. It's a hot subject too. I mean, it was worthy of this video, and a lot of you have already started asking. A ton of you asked last year during the first round of stimulus. So, you know, I'm always grateful and thankful and blessed to not be in that position to have to make that decision. But I know there's a lot of you that are, and maybe a lot of you that can share this on your personal Facebook pages. Maybe they're not in the reselling community. They're not a reseller. They've never thought about it. And they don't watch my videos. They don't watch our groups. But if you could share it out to your personal Facebooks and let people know, like, here's somebody's thought on this this topic, and we would love to know an outsider's thought on this, somebody who has nothing to do with this community, what their thoughts are about that. Maybe they're a bartender friend of yours. Maybe they're a server. Maybe they work in the hotel industry where hotels were locked down. I don't know. Just share it out on the Facebook pages, tweet it, whatever you want to do. Tag me and I'll re-tag you out and stuff like that. But I'm interested. I want to know the comments, the concerns, and the opinions. So we'll wait for it. We'll see what the comments look like, and appreciate you guys watching as always. Hit that like button if you enjoy the channel, enjoy the video, and hit that subscribe button with the bell so you don't miss any future videos coming out. I got some good ones the rest of this week, and I'll let you guys go from beautiful Orlando, where it is 80 degrees today on this 26th of January 2021. Still waiting on the house to be built, but until then, I'll be coming to you guys from right here. And until the next video, I'll see you then.